All right, everybody. So today we are going to be doing a deck profile on 6 Samurais. This is Nathan. He plays 6 Samurais.
Hello.
So, anything you want to start off with?
No, not really. Let's just
Dive right
get
into
onto it. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So deck profile. So play 1 Grandmaster, 6 Samurai. Special summons. There's a 6 Samurai on the field. Same goes for the Kizans. Both of them work the same. Aside from that, a 3 red, 3 blue. They special summon each other. They just both work really well together. And then the Geki for your normal summon. This is the one that normally gets you 2 bodies on the field. It's pretty good. 2 Kizarus. The fact that like most of the 6 Samurais just they aren't once per turn, it just makes them really good. You can just keep resolving effects all the time. The Fumas, back in a while ago, we were just using them to pop them off and use their effect. But now all we do is just use them for synchro summon. The 1 Hatsume, this is so that you can, of course, special summon from graveyard anything that you need. It could be anything most of the time. I used it for the Kageki just to resolve multiple times. And that's it for the 6 Samurais. Any extra support is 1 Great Shogun Shin. This comes and goes once in a while. Most of the time it's the one I side deck the most, but when it comes around, it works wonders. The 1 Legendary Secret of the 6 Samurai. Normally I just use it to pitch. Don't really use it for much more. You can special summon it, and that's also pretty good. So, and the 1 Sheen Squire, this is literally just for Nat Beast, if I can pull him off. And then the Neospatian Connector and the Aqua Dolphin. This just comes into a clutch.
So we recently just added these to his deck. Actually, do you want to go over why you decided to add them over what you like removed for them?
So I was running actually bamboos before. These just make the deck a little bit more consistent. You can go into Isolde a little bit easier. Honestly, if you draw into them, that's amazing. If not, that's also fine. But just the fact that you can get an Isolde on the field with just
right. And we were talking about how like if you open Neospace Connector versus opening like a bamboo can sometimes lead to a brick. So.
And you will run time most of the time with 6 Samurai just because it's very combo heavy. So sometimes, really, in just the main phase, this is really all you do. Burn for 5, and that's it.
Okay.
So
can come in clutch. How are they at locals?
They came in clutch once. Other than that, playing around them while you have them in your hand isn't so bad. You can really shuffle them back so easily back into your deck with the Saryuja. Right.
Okay.
Then that's all the monsters. So the spell cards. So Gateway of the 6, busted, broken. I don't think this card should exist.
Bring it back to 3.
If they bring it back to 3, just everybody play Nibiru. 3 Dojo. Just the fact that this gets you an extra body on the field when building up counters. You can even use it with the Gateway. Remove counters from it. It's pretty good. Same applies with the 6 Samurai United. If it has 2 counters, you draw 2. Other than that, you just leave it on the field to pick up counters. It's pretty good. And then you like to play, of course, the 3 Sheen Smoke Signal. Anything that searches you, a body is.
So, aka, what do we call these, Nathan?
We call them Rhoda Juniors.
Rhoda Juniors.
Because Rhoda is a level 4. Speaking to that, of course, the 1 Rhoda.
The 1 Rhoda.
Rhoda searches level 4s. Rhoda Junior level 3s. Alright. Aside from that, extra support, because we do run Isolde. We do use 4 Equip, Living Fossil, Phoenix Blade, TDR, and Overdone Burial.
What are your main like Isolde targets?
So honestly, you can just use all 4 of them. You really don't need them. If you do draw into one of them, that's perfectly fine. You can still go into a level 3. The best one to have in hand, of course, is the Living Fossil. That's just the best. After that, in order, just goes DDR, Phoenix Blade, Overdone Burial. Overdone Burial is very specific. I believe it special summons a monster with a lower level than what you discard for it.
Okay.
Not entirely sure. I don't really care for its effect. It's literally just an equip card.
Alright.
Because I don't use it. I don't use its effect enough times to remember. Apart from that, extra support, one monster reborn, World Legacy Succession. I was on the fence about removing this for a while because I was running it because of Ib, but just the fact that you're always going to have a link monster on the field is just pretty good, so not so bad. And then 2 Call by the Graves because this Ash just kills this deck. Ash just kills it. Honestly, Hand Trap just killed this deck really hard. And then the one Phantom Knight Shade Brigandine for the special summon.
Do you want to talk about having to deal with Droll and Lockbird?
That's all I gotta say. Alright, extra deck. So extra deck, the one Sheehan, just one is good enough. Honestly, once you get your body on the field, that's it. The one Borload Savage Dragon, it's really good. It's fantastic. The one Nat Beast for those occasions where we do pull it out, and then Herald of the Arclight. Basically all the synchros are just negates.
Do you want to talk about how Herald of the Arclight actually functions in this deck?
So Herald, so Herald just is literally just like all your tuners are literally just level 1 in this, and since most of your bodies are just level 3, it just makes it really easy. I was on the fence about picking up Saravi's because it does pick you up a ritual monster from your hand, and that's just another negation on your hand for your opponent's turn that turn. Yeah. So you can go ahead and run that. I just haven't picked it up, and so I haven't really decided if I really need it or not. Okay. Up to this point, I really haven't. It's been pretty good.
You don't need that extra negate in hand, do you?
I do not. Most of the time, I don't. Most of the time, I can get at least 6 to 7 negates on the board easily.
6 to 7?
Yes.
How easy? All right, let's keep going.
Fantastic. Shadow of the Six Samurai, Sheen. So this is really if you just need to add counters. This is just to add counters to like your Gateway, to your Shogun, just to literally have another Six Samurai.
Just another body, really.
Yep. If you're missing that extra counter, you can go ahead and do that with 2 level 4s. Most of the time, you'll have no problem having level 4s. And then the number 60 Dugaries. I also don't really go too much into this, but the draw 2 is really powerful, so it's great to have in case for clutch moments. 2 Battle Shoguns for the links. Just phenomenal.
So how does this card is like pretty new. It's like a month old, maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
How like clutch has it made, and how has it improved it?
It just boosted up the consistency even more. You already run 3-star Yujas in this deck, which by the way, we'll just go ahead and put them out on the. You already run 3-star Yujas, and 3-star Yujas just fix your hand most of the time. But the fact that Battle Shogun just gets you Gateway, or if you already have Gateway in hand, another card that collects or that has the count that collects the counters, it just makes it really good, you know. Just bumps up the consistency so much more, and it's what really makes you put all those negates out on the field.
Okay.
So aside from that, the one Isolde, if your Isolde gets hit, it is a bit of a rip. That's why. But most of the times, if it goes through, it just gets you everything, you know. Aside from that, just the one Nightmare Phoenix, and then lastly, Boral Sword Dragon and the Apollosa. Apollosa is just really expensive right now. I can't recommend a better substitute for it because Apollosa is just the best of it. You can run a Boral load, but I don't really know.
It's not the same negate.
It's not the same. It really isn't. Apollosa just does what it does best, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. It really, when you end your board, if you're going turn 1, you can easily just end up with like a board of like having an Apollosa. Normally I'll have 2 or 3 out of these on the field.
From what I've seen normally is you have this one and Boral. I always feel like you always end with Savage.
Yeah, and I'll have this on the field too. Getting the 4 counters on this with 6 samurais is not hard at all. You can just have it all. But ideally, this is the board. You'll have usually these 3. Probably not in this order, but these are normally the 4 that you end up with.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Sometimes you'll have a nat beast out on. Sometimes I'll have nat beast on the field instead of maybe like the herald, or sometimes I'll even have a great Shogun Shin. That's normally what you want to go for. Like I said, great Shogun Shin, he's okay, just because if your opponent is playing a lot of back row, it just makes it really hard for them to they have to do something about it.
Altergeist.
No, Altergeist's still a lot better. All right. As for the side deck, I don't have any cards to show right now, but from what I've noticed, the ones that give me the best results have been like the Dark Rule No More, Infinite Impermanence, the Biru. The deck, for most of the part, this struggles with time rules. Time rules really make or break the deck, just because you can easily end up tying or losing a game because you're comboing so heavy, and when it comes back to being your turn that round, you don't have enough time.
All right. Well, that's pretty much the deck. Anything else you want to add before?
Yes. Ban Gateway.
No. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like. If you guys want to see some more deck profiles like this one, let us know. And yeah, peace out, guys.